Hello folks, if you liked the Olight Model H1R but you really liked the look of the Paran, I believe you are really gonna like the Paran Mini. This is a small EDC right angle light, or in some cases you can use it as a headlamp. You can see that this is good for hiking and camping, natural disasters. You can use it around the shop or around the house. So I'm very excited to show you this. It's a very cool light. So feel free to pause here if you want to read any of this information. Also the same here if you want to pause the screen. Here's all the specs of the light, as well as contact information for Olight. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing opened. I'm excited to see this Olight Perun, this mini Perun. This is based on the big brother, the regular Perun. Now the regular Paran was 2000 lumens and the mini Paran is 1000 lumens. So I'm so excited. So the first thing you see when you open the flaps here is you see the little yellow card that says pull out. So you pull this out just like a drawer and the mini Paran's on the bottom. I'm gonna make you guys wait for just a second before I show that though. How mean! So right here we're going to take this off. This talks about the insulation film. It also talks about the new part here. This is called the duty patch. I'll talk about that here in a minute. So the first thing that we see is a standard Olight lanyard. I don't use them, but it's cool that they include them. Now here is the new feature. This is the duty patch. So this is a rotatable deal here. It does 60 degrees of rotation, okay, and it's Velcro. So if you have a hat, you can secure this to your hat. I'll talk more about that here in a minute before this video is over. Now right here you can see there is a little needle that's used to thread the lanyard. Personally, I don't care for this. I like it the way they used to do it, when they used to put the little wire on the end of the lanyard. I thought that was pretty cool. Here is the owner's manual that nobody will probably read. Now, but right here, seriously, let's take a look right here. Feel free to pause if you want to read any of this. This light has quite a bit of functionality to it. Right there it talks about some stuff. The duty patch, there's some specs. There's also some weights and dimensions, which I'll talk about in the video here. It does have a unlock function and a locking function. There's a little bit of a parts diagram, kind of a schematic of the light. So I'm super excited about this. Before this one came out, I have been using the H1R and the H1 Nova. And these are fabulous lights. They look very similar to the Paran, the mini Paran. Except the mini Paran blows these old ones out of the water. 1000 lumens. See, so what you do is you take the pocket clip and you run it through the duty patch. I'm not quite sure what I think about that yet. You get 60 degrees of rotation. So there's the duty patch, velcroed to your hat. Your light slides through with the pocket clip, and then you can rotate this light up and down. Personally, I'm not too thrilled about it, honestly. But it might wear on me over time. We'll see what happens. Now right here we have the MCC1, so you have a USB 2.0 to a charger. So this will connect to the bottom of the light, just like so. Even though I'm doing it to the H1R, this will turn green when it's finished, red when it's charging. So let's take a look at the Mini Perun. Here is the first look. You can see the charger goes right to it. And that charger will work on pretty much all your previous generation lights. There's a look at the Mini Perun. Boy, that is a beautiful light. Very nice. I like that pocket clip. There's the power button there. Nice ring there. Oh man, dual direction. That is cool. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Let's take out that insulation film that you can see right there. There's a look at the head of the light. Nice quality spring there. So we're going to pull this out so that the light can actually work. And let's eject that battery. It's kind of magnetically held in there. Let's take a light here. You can see they put a snap ring down there now. That's kind of cool. See that? Little snap ring down there. Kind of neat. So if you wanted to take, I'm guessing, the magnet out, you could get some snap ring pliers and pull that off and take that magnet out. I don't see why you'd want to do that though. Now we are looking at the battery. This is a IMR 16340 operating at 550 milliamp hour, 2 watt hours of performance, 3.7 volts. This is a rechargeable battery. It says right there that it'll work on the S2R Baton II, so it's the same battery from what I can see. So the negative right there where my thumb is, and the positive right there where my other thumb is. So it's a very nice little battery there. Now the battery goes in with the positive down towards the bottom of the battery tube, and then you would thread this back on just like that. Boy, that is really, really pretty. If you look at the size of it versus the H1R, they're identical in the size. The dimensions are pretty much the same, except the performance of the Mini Perun blows the H1R out of the water. So to operate this guy, it's very, very simple. We're going to start by accessing Moonlight Mode. It is identical to pretty much all the Olights that you've seen. So if you understand the UI, you're going to be at home with this one. It's nothing different. Long press gets us the Moonlight Mode. This Moonlight Mode is 2 lumens. It'll last 4.5 days. If we push and hold, we'll go up to low. 15 lumens for 25 hours. That's a good setting. And this has kind of a floody beam. It's the same exact type of beam that you saw on the H1 Nova and the H1R. Has the same type of lens, except this one gets much brighter. Okay, we're going to push and hold again. We're going to go to medium. 65 lumens. And on this setting, it'll last for 6 hours. And then if we push and hold, we're going to go to high. High is 250 lumens for 98 minutes. That's 1.63 hours. Now if we double press, we're going to get to turbo. That's the big difference right there. 1,000 lumens for 1 minute, then it drops back down to high to prevent overheating. Once it goes back to high, it'll last for 85 minutes or 1.41 hours. And a triple click, 1, 2, 3, gives you a SOS function. This is full brightness. I like this. This will last 2 hours and 20 minutes. This light also has a timed automatic shut on, or excuse me, shut off. So what we'll do is we'll push and hold. You see one flash? That means that the light will turn off in 3 minutes. If I repeat the process, push and hold, let me turn it on again. I messed up there, so let's do it again. 1, 2. You got one flash. 1, 2. Got 2 flashes. Now 2 flashes means that in 9 minutes, this light will automatically turn itself off. Okay, from whatever mode you're on, which I think is really, really cool. This is a really, really nice light. Olight has really done a good job. One thing that I want to make note of is the retention of the pocket clip. So on the H1R, you can see that the pocket clip retention is good, but if you grab a hold right here, and you got to grab it pretty solid and pull like a gorilla, you can pull that off. But it takes quite a bit of effort to do that. Personally, I like that because it makes it easy to take off the pocket clip. On the Paran, it's much different. You cannot just pull this pocket clip off. You actually have to come in here with a blade and just pry that up just a little bit, just enough to separate that from these little arms here that hold it. You got to do that on both sides, just like that. And then as you can see, the pocket clip just pops off. And the reason I'm showing that is because some people don't want a pocket clip on their small light. To put the pocket clip back on, you just come right there, pop that side into place, turn it around, and just kind of wiggle it around until it pops into place on both sides, and then you're good to go. Now let's talk about this for a second, this duty patch. So you have this little channel here in which the pocket clip fits in. So you have something like this that can Velcro to your hat, and then you can orient the direction up to, I think it was, what, 60 degrees or something like that it said. So you can go up or down. I don't know what to think of this. To be honest, you know, I kind of think it's a little wonky. But the cool thing is, it'll fit other lights. So the S2R Baton II, that one's a little tight, but my other one, it fits just fine. So there's the S2R Baton II. There's the other one, fits real good. S1 Mini. All your smaller lights fit here. Now I don't know why you'd want that, because, I don't know, maybe you want to carry it. Ooh, let's get that off. And you got the S2R Baton II. Fits in there, no problem. You've got the Baton Pro. Boom, fits in there. So that's kind of cool that it fits all these lights. I'm sure the Olight's probably planning on doing something with this. Maybe they got something in the future that they're planning. I don't know. Here's the H2R. Boom. That bad boy fits in there. That's kind of cool. And of course the Paran would do the same, the original Paran, because it has same pocket clip. Now if you try to do something like the i5T, it's kind of hit and miss. You'd really have to push kind of hard. Look at that. The clip kind of almost wants to come off. I don't think it's designed to go on there. But it's kind of interesting looking at this. It does fit, but it's not really supposed to, I don't think. So that is the duty patch. Now when you come back to the Paran Mini, talking about more specs on it, it's IPX8 down to 2 meters. So you can go underwater, 2 meters. It has a throw, if we go to turbo there, it has a throw of 110 meters. That's pretty good. The candela rating on this light is 2500. It weighs 52 grams or 1.83 ounces, and that's with the battery. The dimensions of the light is 2.42 inches in length by 0.83 inches in diameter. If you want to convert that into millimeters, it's 61.5 millimeters long, 21 millimeters at the diameter. It's impact resistant down to 1.5 meter. The lens is a TIR optic lens, and it's that bead type optic lens. It gives you a really nice light. This is the H1R and the H1 Nova are some of my favorite headlamps that I've used, and this Paran is better. It's awesome. It does have a memory. And the cool thing about this memory is it will remember Moonlight Mode. So it's got Moonlight Mode, low, medium, and high. It won't remember Turbo or SOS. So for example, let's go to Moonlight Mode there. We'll turn it off. We'll turn it back on. Look at that. Right back to Moonlight Mode. We go up to low, turn it off, turn it on, goes back to low. Medium, same thing. Off, on, back to medium. And then of course high, off, on back to high. If we're on turbo though, look at that, thing's getting, I think that battery's low coming from the factory. But what I was saying is if you put it onto turbo, obviously you were probably at high before turbo, not necessarily, but it will go to the highest last setting that was used prior to going to turbo. Now the charger, I talked about it earlier, it's the MCC1. This light does have a lockout function in the UI. So we'll push and hold until we get to Moonlight Mode, keep holding until Moonlight Mode goes away. Now when you push the button, look at that. It doesn't do anything. It just gives you like a glimpse of the light. It won't turn on. To access the light and turn it back on, we're just going to long press until we see Moonlight Mode again and that little flash. Now the light's on and we're good to go. The dual direction pocket clip is very nice for a deep pocket carry. It's just really nice. The battery that we're operating on, again, is the IMR 16340 operating at 550 milliamp hour. And that's about all I have right now on the specs of this light. I'm very, very excited about this light. Now, if you want to stay tuned to Father's Day 2020, they're going to be having a flash sale where they're going to be releasing this light in black and also in orange. So you can get some pretty good savings there. One accessory that's worth noting is the Paran Mini Headband 3. And it says right here that it fits the Mini Perun. So you should pick one of these up. If you catch that flash sale, you'll be able to jump on board and get one of these guys. So let's take a look and see what it looks like. This is what you'll get in the package. So there's nothing left in the box. So you basically have a headband. It's very simple, and it has some Velcro on it. So you would insert your light into your patch here, and then you'd put this on your head and install that to that. So that's what the head strap looks like. Pretty simple. That's in case you didn't want to hook this up to your hat. You just want to put it on your head. I don't really like this setup personally. I think it's kind of wonky. It's not my favorite by any stretch of the I don't care for it one bit. In fact, I like the old H1 Nova and the H1Rs. They had this rubber getup, and this for me was really good. It worked really, really good. It was really soft rubber. It provided all the protection you needed. It was waterproof, you know, you didn't have to worry about your light falling off or the Velcro coming undone. It was just a really good option. I liked that. Another thing that you could think about for some of you, if you have the head strap that goes with the regular Perun, you could pop that baby in there just like that, and you could use that strap as well. So that would be a better option if you don't like this kind of wonky head strap. But this one is like 15 bucks. It's magnetic. Let me see, let me undo that. That's one of the reasons I would want to take the pocket clip off. But it is magnetic. See that? The light will stick to it. But it's not strong enough to just have only that. But it does fit the light really well. So those are some options on headlamp straps, head straps. So let's take a look and see if this light can handle the water. Make sure everything's tight. Let's toss it in there. As you can see, the light has no problems with the water. Let's cycle through the modes. Low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Let's go to turbo. Whoops. Let's go to turbo quicker. There we go, there's turbo. Let's go to SOS. And there's SOS. Drop that in, let it do its SOSing, and then we'll pull it back out. Let's go to Moonlight Mode. You can see Moonlight Mode right there is on. And let's go ahead and lock this baby out. And we are now locked out. Unlock it. So everything is working just fine on this Mini Perun. It's definitely passed the IPX8 waterproof testing. Here we are looking at Moonlight Mode. Man, that is pretty nice. That's a good amount of light. I can see what's going on here in the shop, even though I can't see it on the camera too well. But that Moonlight Mode of 2 lumens, that's really good. Let's go up to low. There's low. And I like the beam pattern of this. It's very floody. Let's go to medium. There's medium. Medium's a good setting. You can see quite a bit. Let's go to high. That's a good setting too. But look at that. It lights up the whole room. You can see everything. Let's take a look at turbo. Wow. 1,000 lumens. Crazy. Let's take a look at the SOS. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. Boy, I like that. That's a really nice setting if you wanted to get somebody's attention. Maybe your car's broke down, you're on the side of the road or something like that. You can put this on it. And if you wanted red, if you had a red piece of plastic, you could just put that right over your light, and now you got a red SOS beacon. So that's pretty cool. A single press turns it off, and then another single press turns it on. And again, we can cycle through the modes: low, medium, high, low, medium, high, turbo. I love this light. There's the Moonlight Mode. The camera does not pick it up very well, but trust me, I can see like a lot of stuff going on here with the 2 lumens. It's a very wide pattern. This is an excellent light. So I hope you enjoyed these night shots with the Olight PERUN Mini. I think this light is going to do great things. Here I have a hat with a Velcro patch on here. So I'll take, there's a little piece of dog hair there. Take that patch off, and we'll put this patch on the hat. It looks like it fits pretty nice. From here, the PERUN Mini can attach right there, just like so. You could get whatever type of orientation you want. And then the cool thing is you can rotate this up and down to whatever orientation you want it to be. So I think that right there is actually pretty cool. So now with my hat on, it actually feels very good. I can access the light here, and it doesn't feel heavy. I actually like this. At first I didn't really know what to think about this. I thought it was kind of wonky, but if you have a hat like this, it's actually a really good option. You know, it kind of comes down to just trusting Olight's judgment and what they're saying. And I can't even tell that this is on my hat. I really like it. I wish what they would do is I wish they would include this patch and the old H1R head strap as well. I think if they were to do that, you'd have the best of both worlds, because this patch on that head strap just doesn't feel right to me. Let's take a look at this option. So I have a bag here, and on my bag I've got my patch here. So if I pull this patch off, take my Olight off of the head strap, put it right on my patch, or excuse me, right on my bag, now I have an attachment on my bag where I can put my light on there. It's actually pretty cool. It took me some getting used to, but that's actually pretty neat. I like it. I didn't think I would, but man, it does give you some options. Pretty cool. So now you can see I have the light on my head with the Velcro and the head strap. Now I gotta tell you right now, I gotta take my statement back that I said earlier about this being a wonky setup, that it's kind of cheesy. It actually feels very comfortable, and it feels like it ain't gonna go nowhere. I think it's actually cool. After putting it on and actually feeling it on my head, you can't even tell it's there. It feels no different than the H1R head strap. I think it's actually pretty cool because I got the option of mounting it to my hat, to my bag, and now to my head. So definitely pretty cool. Took me a little bit to get used to it, but after playing with it, I could go for it. It's pretty cool. Not what I was expecting, but cool. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video of the Olight PERUN Mini. I like it very much. I think, you know, the H1R was definitely one of my favorite lights. Let's get to Moonlight Mode on both of these. And the PERUN Mini, it just, they took a good thing that they had in the H1R and they made it better when they came out with the PERUN Mini. Because I really like the H1R a lot. I hope you enjoyed this video, folks. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Like this video, share this video, and as always, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time. I might do a head-to-head comparison in the future between the H1R and the PERUN Mini, and I'll show you the differences between these lights. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.